Hello, good souls, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since we didn't see each other, and so many things happened in my personal life that I'm glad I ended them and I'm able to return and be here with you on the channel. I was thinking today, should be today the day that we restart the vlogs and the subject about health, heart, soul, relationship, spirituality, and everything else that you want to know. And I decided that discipline is so much more important than anything else. Like, what can be more fruitful and satisfying and bring more results than discipline? Like, without discipline, we wouldn't be able to do anything, even in professional life or personal life. Anything, everything in this life is based on discipline. And I'm glad I'm back. I'm really am. So today I want to discuss about love. Why not, right? In this time of the year, I feel so inclined and interested about human interaction and human relationship. I see all kind of cases and all type of friends being with the wrong partner or staying in relationship not being valued. And my pure advice is don't choose a man based on love, or at least not only on love. So many things should be part of the relationship that you need to be careful to choose the right one that will come into your space, because that energy that you will bring into relationship will influence you even if you want, even if you don't. That relationship should be built on trust and reciprocity and good energy, productivity from both of you to create a stable bond and to create prosperity and peace and harmony within yourself and in your life. If you bring someone toxic or you choose someone toxic based on your current energy, because we attract everything that we need to heal some parts within ourselves. Maybe you think you are completely healed right now, right? And you think, oh yes, I'm gonna bring into my life the best human being. I'm so in love. I feel that everything goes as planned. But after, let's say, a few weeks, 1 month, maybe even more for some, you realize that that person is not the person that you thought it is. You realize that he wore a mask just to start that specific relationship, and then you wonder what's wrong. Like, why did I attract this type of energy into my life? Because the most important question is, what should I learn from this connection? How can I recognize in the future this type of energy? What should I do from now on to improve my life and my relationships? These type of people are not coming into your life by mistake, are not coming into your life just to punish you. Because some people, yes, they believe in karmic, but there is so much more to that. It's so much more to that. It's about your energy. What do you think about yourself when you initiate that relationship? How do you respect yourself? How do you love yourself? How do you value your beautiful and bright energy? How do you do all of this? If the answer is, I don't know, I'm not sure, should I reflect about this more? My dear, you are not ready for a relationship. If your energy within yourself is stuck at any level, any chakras, any energetic point in your body, and you feel it heavy, you feel that you have some trauma to release, some past experience that you should heal first before entering in a relationship, then you shouldn't rush. You shouldn't rush into a relationship, because anyways, that relationship will end in disappointment, in a new trauma, in a repeated cycle as the past. Everything that happened may repeat. Even if he's not the same person and you think, oh, this one is going to be different, but his energy, the energy that he's carrying towards you, it might be the same like the person that came into your life in the past. The previous partner that you had might be the same, or it might be even worse, depending on what you need to heal within yourself. And maybe you think, I'm healed. I'm sure I'm healed. What else? Like, so many lessons from the universe. What else should I heal? There are so many within us, so many experiences that we had and left some wounds and some trauma within our astral body, physical even. They transformed from being astral to and spiritual to the emotional body, and after that to the physical body. And all these traumas can create also physical disease or wounds or sickness, and you don't know why. What's wrong with me? I'm a good soul. I believe that I'm completely healed. But to be honest, I don't think a person can be 100% healed, but he can realize and work on them. But as long as you don't realize the things that you need to work on, you cannot attract the partner that can accept who you are, because you didn't accept who you are yet, because you don't know who you are yet. So exploring yourself, I believe, is crucial for any kind of relationship. And it doesn't matter if it's romantic or even a family relationship or friendship, or you and a stranger on the street. The interaction will be so much different if you speak your truth and if you know who you are inside, and let the other person to explore who you are as well, as a spirit, as a soul, as whoever is speaking through you. You are not only Anna or Maria or Antonetta or Sylvia, whatever name is on this planet. You are not only that. You are such a powerful, strong, spiritual being. And you have so much more power than you believe you have. But the reason that we meet some people in love and we've been so hurt by them, or we also hurt some people as well. Sometimes you exit a relationship where you've been hurt and you realize you proceeded the same as the previous one and you started hurting people in the same manner. But all these karmic connection, karmic soul contracts are to teach you how to act, what to think about your healing, about your profound spirit, about your essence, why you came here, what's your purpose. There is nothing more joyful than to explore and discover yourself through those connections. Maybe you don't think so, of course. After the breakup, which is very hurtful for you, you're gonna suffer, but that sufferance will redirect you towards knowing yourself better, towards putting those hard questions. What did I accept? What am I willing to accept from now on? How this person reacted towards me? Do I think that I was respected? Do I think that I respected that person? Do I know what respect is? Because to be honest, from my perspective, love is maybe not even 10% of the relationship. Love is that thing that it's built on so many more other things to last. Love without the other things, it's only lust. It's only the passion that will fizzle out in maybe a few weeks, a few days, a few hours. So if you don't have that strong chemistry and that strong admiration towards that person, and to feel kindness towards them, to feel that you know that person, you want to know them, to explore every part of them without judging, without wanting to hurt them, caring so deeply about them, and trying to protect every piece and part of them during your relationship. That it's so much more than just love. It's so profound. You want to know the person's soul and spirit and how they think and how they act. What do they think about life in general? What aspiration do they have in life? What ambition? Which is their purpose? How is their soul? How do they express their kindness? If you are ready to identify these small details, then you might fall in love. In true love, pure and long-lasting love. Not the one that fizzles out when the wind blows, when instability appears, when periods of hardships appears. Because in any relationship, those hard periods will appear. Those hardship, those arguments, contradiction will appear. But how you react in those situations is so much more important. If you think you can make a relationship last longer, or a man stay longer with you, just because you are beautiful, or just because he's beautiful, or you are both attractive, or it's a deal between you, you offer him something, he will offer something else in return. This is not how it works. Even if you want it to last, spiritually, on higher level, that connection won't be there. even if physically you still continue and want and struggle to stay with that person, it's only gonna affect your life. And your body knows, and your soul and your spirit knows much more than you know. It's gonna tell you if it's the right person, if you feel at peace, if you feel in harmony, if you feel understood and supported and cared for and loved. That these things your body is gonna tell. Your reaction towards him or her are gonna tell in time. But sometimes there is no need to waste that precious time of yours with connection that can destroy your soul. That sexual relationship has so much charge. It's said that in 7 years your body will regenerate again. You, during those 7 years, you still have in your body the traumas stuck from that interaction, sexual connection that you had in the past with your exes. You still carry the bond, even if you broke the connection, the trauma, the good and the bad is gonna be inside of you still. It's like a baggage that you are just letting in each other's body, a residue that you need to clear. And if you know how to do this, it would be so much better than staying and waiting for 7 years. It's a long period of time, right? Just to be carrying someone else's luggage. That's why it's so important to know each other's struggles, childhood traumas, past experience. What was the relationship with the parents for both of you? What do you value most in life? Which things do you regret the most? Because from both sides there are some stuff that you might still think about it and not be that appreciative towards yourself, and you can still judge yourself for the action that you did. I'm not saying that you need to open up completely 100%, like it's quite exhausting for a person to take all of that. But I'm saying to be at peace with yourself and to open up towards yourself before entering in that union. Even if the healing in the union is possible, it requires so much more energy. It requires so much more patience that you need to have with yourself and your partner. And the fact that this healing is so deep and sometimes so painful, you can associate, this is what happened to me, you can associate that painful experience of healing with your partner. And every time you see your partner, even if you release a lot of trauma, you still think of him like the one that generated that pain. Even if the pain is good, of course, it's good. But that's why so many breakups are appearing. So many people that they don't want to stay together anymore because something bad happened. And your partner was there present. And you attribute that thing that happened to your partner. Sometimes, of course, it's a big issue. It's a mistake. It might be a mistake, but depending how your brain is thinking about it and how you assimilate it in your mind, in your body, you also need to treat that thing afterwards. Go to therapy, stay by yourself, have your own time. That's why I'm saying so much patience is needed after those trauma have been created and solved afterwards. Of course, those mini traumas or big traumas, they have a root in your past, from your childhood, from past experiences, from past relationships. And it's not pretty, it's not a pretty image to have while you are healing, to be with someone else in your presence. So at one point you will need to have your separate ways, and then if it's meant to be, to come back again together. Otherwise, it's gonna be a constant trigger from one another, remembering all those bad experiences. And until you are fully healed, you cannot entertain that relationship. So ladies, if someone makes you feel less than you are, or it causes you fear of expressing yourself, fear of abandonment, fear of being your authentic self, if someone triggers that in you, that may be a karmic situation where you just need to pull yourself out, reflect about it, and see if you can really accept all those things that he's bringing into your observation. Is it worth it to heal it and reaccept it in your life? Is he doing the work to heal that part within himself as well, so you can come back together? Is it worth it to stay? Do not accept less than you deserve. When you are healed, you won't even be able to attract this kind of individual that will not know your value, that will not appreciate you fully, because you will be so much more. You'll be so full of light. You cannot entertain this kind of low frequency relationship while your soul is full of love and warmth and kindness. When you are good within yourself and by yourself, I think this is a really great test to do before a relationship, to see if you are ready to step into a relationship again. Are you happy? You can take a piece of paper and a pen and just write the answer to this question. It's gonna be very helpful, I promise. Are you feeling safe to stay by yourself with no distraction? I'm not saying with phone or anything else. With no distraction at all, in a room for a few hours by yourself. Are you comfortable with staying by yourself? Are you comfortable with being only with your presence, nobody else around, and no distraction for those few hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, a few hours, yeah? Just do this test and let me know how it goes. Because if you don't feel safe within yourself by staying only with yourself, why another person would feel safe to stay with you? That's a good question, right? And another question that I'm gonna ask you, how do you care about yourself? Is it by walking into the park, doing some yoga, respecting your wishes, listening to your voice, starting singing? Singing can be therapy as well. What makes your heart feel vibrant, full of love and light? How do you recharge? And also, in case someone disrespects you, this is the third question, yeah? In case of someone disrespects you, how would you react? What's your state of mind? What's your limit? What do you think is your tolerability in a relationship regarding this disrespect matter? And are you patient? This is the last one. Do you consider yourself being a patient person? In case something happens, anything, are you willing to wait, or are you overreacting? And if you say, yes, I'm overreacting, do you consider this overreacting is gonna bring you whatever you need in a relationship? Do you think it's gonna bring happiness to you in the future? Some people might say yes, and if that's the case, I'm really glad and really happy about this. Because in your situation, it might be functioning well, it might be working. Every individual is so different and we need different things. But it's good to clarify, what do you need from this partner? Are you searching intensity, craziness, passion? Are you searching stability, long-lasting connection, peace? And even if you're saying maybe long-lasting can be so subjective. For some people, it might mean 1 year. For others, oh sorry, my phone just turned off, the battery died, and now I'm back. I was saying about long-lasting, that can be so subjective in a relationship. For some of you might be 3 weeks, for some of you might be 1 year, for some of you 5 years, for some even more. But deep down, I think every human being wishes to be together with that person for as long as possible. But this only depends on your frequencies. Are your frequencies aligning? Are you going to the same trajectory together? Do you have the same path? Are you in union? Or are you growing apart? Because one relationship cannot last forever. Knowing that you have different interests, or you start thinking even opposite ideas, and you have so many different interests, you can gain interests during the relationship that are not correlating with each other, and that can just pull you apart. But most important thing is the frequency. Are you willing to reunite, even if you have different passion? I'm not saying you should have every time the same passion, or all the things to be in perfect alignment and you should think the same. Where is the excitement there? But are you willing to grow together after, to have a common purpose? If the answer is no, then that relationship is not meant to be forever, even if we want to, even if we hope for it. The priorities needs to be set from the beginning, really straightforward. And also you need to listen to that intuition of yours, because that intuition is telling you so many things about the relationship. You can feel at the beginning when you meet that person, is this person going to improve my life? Is this person good for my growth? Is it having a similar mindset, similar values? Of course, you can be different as personalities, as likes and dislikes, but the base should be the same for both of you. Like your essence should be similar as individual. Like, is he kind? Is he good for me? Do I feel at peace with him? Do I feel safe? So many things to ask, right? But are so important before coming into union with someone, before engaging. As I said, it is hard to heal being in a relationship, and it's a long way and it's not pretty. So better to do the homework before meeting your future partner. And when you really and truly value yourself, you will attract the right one. All the best to you. See you on the next time.